Welcome to another edition of App of the Week. Today we have a special request. Someone has asked to do this particular app. So we're going to comply to those requests. And we're going to talk about a Google add-on called docAppender. This is a add-on for Google Forms, and we're going to show you how this works. So before I go through the app, let me show you some pre-work that I've already done before I begin using this. I created a folder up here for this form. So it is this nutrition and exercise folder. And when I click on that, you're going to see it houses the form that I created for this, the responses sheet that goes along with the form, and this document. This is a document that all of my data is going to append to when students or whomever, adults, coworkers, parents, fill out the form. So all these things are housed in this folder. You will need to do this when you begin using this add-on. You will need to create the folder. You will need to create this document and make sure that it's in that folder for this to work properly. So there's a little pre-work that you have to do when you get started. So I have created a form, a very simple one, a few questions. It is important to note that in your form, you do need to have at least one multiple choice question. You're going to see in here as we go through docAppender, it's going to require you to have one. So you see I have block, first block, second block, third block on here as well. So once I have my form done and I have my questions in here, I can go to my add-ons and I can select docAppender and go ahead and open sidebar. And then when this comes up, it's going to give me the three-step wizard to follow to make this work. Okay, the first step, it asks me to target the doc folder. This is that nutrition and exercise folder that I already made. If you had not made one, you could create one, but I've already made one, so I'm going to just click Pick from Drive and select the one that I just made. And there it is. So I'm going to click Nutrition and Exercise, hit Select, and now I have my folder there. I can go to the next step, step 2. It's going to ask me to choose a multiple choice or list question to append with form submissions. I only have the one question, so, and it should be, there it is, block. And I'm going to hit save and populate selected questions. Now you see there, it changed my responses there for the block. It took out the responses I had and it changed it to student responses. So again, and that's the name of the document that I created. So again, when you make when you choose the multiple choice question for it to append to, you want to make sure that this isn't a question that is important as a part of your form completion. All right, now we're going to hit next. And then we're going to select which questions we want to show in the document. Now I don't want timestamp, I don't need the block in there. I just want these short answer questions on there. And then down here in the final step, I can choose what format I want it to be in. You can do it in bullet list. I'm going to choose for it to be in a rows and single horizontal table. Then hit enable. And now we're all done. Now we're all set and we're ready to fill out the form and see how it works. So what I have done is in my website, I have embedded the form as well as the document in here. And what you will see what's happened is, I'm going to refresh this. When I fill out this form, you are going to see the responses that I completed show here as I refresh my screen. So if I go here and I type in this information, Okay, now I filled up my form. I'm going to hit submit, and it tells me that my responses have been sent. So I'm just going to refresh the screen, and then you will see down here in my responses the information that I just put on here, and as your students are filling out, this will continue to grow. So that's how you can use appender. That's how it works. It's something interesting that you can do. You see I have some information here that I'm collecting from my faux students, where this is something where I can get an idea of what they learned. Maybe I can clear up any misconceptions. I can dig deeper into certain aspects that the students are more interested in. It's just a good way for me as a teacher to assess what my students are learning and what they are engaged in as a part of this lesson. So that's appender. You get to check it out. It's a Google add-on for Google Forms.